This is what we call pillow face.
You know those days where you wake up in the morning and your face is a little swollen and puffy because maybe you had too much salt last night, or maybe you're just a crazy sleeper and you slept on the wrong side of your face? That's what we would normally call a pillow face. But apparently, pillow face is now a new trend that people purposely want to achieve within their face. Yes, people, this is what some people are dying to look like. This is something that I personally really struggle with because it's just kind of hard to wrap my head around the fact that people want to actually look like this. Facial overfilled syndrome, or pillow face, is an adverse reaction that can occur when too many fillers are injected into the face, into the cheeks, under the eyes, around the mouth, or when they're injected simply in the wrong areas. It can result in a distorted, unnatural appearance that can be difficult to correct. So essentially, when you get copious amounts of filler in your face, this is when the pillow face starts taking effect. And pillow face can manifest in many different ways. There's the flower horn forehead, sunset eyes, chipmunk cheeks, witch chins, and all of these effects are from getting hyaluronic acid filler in your face. And I think the mascot for this whole pillow face is probably Kylie Jenner. We should all know that by now. We've all seen like the effects that filler has had on her face. And I do believe that she did realize her filler was getting out of hand because Kylie did admit that she dissolved half of her filler in her face recently. And I believe one of the main reasons why she got them dissolved is because all the hate she was getting on her face. If we look back at her face a couple of years ago, you'll notice how puffy and just overfilled it looks. It looks like she's been punched in the face or has an allergic reaction because everything just looks so swollen and big. And it's all very sad that this is what the beauty standard is. People have been commenting that Kylie looks like she's in her 40s for years now, and she did look a lot older than she actually was. It was because of all the filler she received. Charlotte Crosby is an English television personality that's been in the media for years, and she is someone who's gotten pillow face. This is what Charlotte looked like before she got any tweaks done to her face, and as you can see, she looked like a normal, beautiful young lady. Absolutely nothing wrong with her. Now, this is what she looks like. My question is, did she really hate her face that much that she felt like she had to transform her entire face like that? Like, her face now looks like she just got out of a boxing ring. Everything is blown up. It's very upsetting that she was such a young and beautiful woman and she destroyed her face. I understand it's your body, your choice, and I respect that, but it's just heartbreaking that she felt that insecure within herself that she had to give herself the pillow face. We have Brie from Selling Sunset. Brie is another woman that has totally transformed her appearance.
The real question is, what haven't I done? I have had my nose done, I've had my boobs done, I've done filler, I have done Botox, I've tried literally everything. Kybella, Morpheus, I just did like a CO2 laser, I've done a ton of lasers. My best friend Chloe and I are like the guinea pig for anything you can do to fossilize and keep this forever.
And this is what Brie looked like before she got anything done to her face. Again, a beautiful, natural looking woman. Absolutely nothing wrong with her. And now this is what she transformed her face to look like. In 2024, this is what the beauty standard is. This is what women want to look like. Everything puffy, overfilled, and just plain uncomfortable. And now Brie, just like everyone else, has the same lips, the same cheekbones. There's no uniqueness whatsoever. With her original face, she had a unique, interesting, and beautiful nose. A nose that no one could replicate. That is what made her beautiful. And now her face is just another carbon copy of what everyone else's faces look like. Believe it or not, getting hyaluronic acid injected into your face is not that much of an old procedure. People have only been using hyaluronic acid for cosmetic purposes since around the 80s and 90s. And since they've only been around for that long, we don't really know the big overall lifetime effects that has on our body. So doctors were under the impression that this filler will naturally dissolve into your body, and that's why they would say like these lip injections, Botox, fillers aren't permanent. And in order to keep that filled appearance, you would need to come back every like 6 months to a year to get them refilled. But now we're finding out that a lot of the filler is actually staying in your body and or just migrating to different parts of your face.
So here's this woman who actually got an MRI of her face, and the radiologist identified all of these red and orange pockets in her face as filler. Believe it or not, it's actually more filler than she got placed in her face. That's because filler attracts water because it's hyaluronic acid based. And she hadn't had filler in around 3 to 4 years, but she has about 20 years of filler in her face still visible on an MRI. What does this tell us? Well, it tells us that filler actually lasts for longer than we think. So while fillers say that they last 1 year, based on studies, they actually last for much longer.
And we've seen hundreds of cases of people getting injected with filler and it migrating to different parts of their face. This is what happened to Kylie's lips. On Instagram, you would have never noticed a difference in her lips. But when we see a photo of Kylie from paparazzi, we can see that her lip filler has totally migrated to the wrong side of her lips.
Are you ready to see massive migration in lips? There it is. Yikes. Kylie Jenner single-handedly made lip filler probably one of the most popular aesthetic procedures in the last few years. She has probably been piling filler after filler after filler into her lips. But this is a perfect example. When you put too much filler into lips, it's going to migrate. It may look beautiful in a still picture on Instagram, but it's not pretty from the side. And this is where lips get a really bad name for when women say, oh, I don't want a duck lip. This is not how lip filler should look.
So people are continuously getting filler injected into them over and over and over again, thinking that it's dissolving every 6 months or a year, when in reality it's just building up. It's scary and horrific that we're constantly injecting ourselves with acids and toxins. Like Botox is a toxin, and all it's doing is making us look like a carbon copy of everyone else. Now, I do have to say, a lot of people are making the decision to dissolve a lot of the filler in their face. Nowadays, there are tons and tons of videos and TikToks of people dissolving their fillers.
I'm getting my lips dissolved.
Come with me to get my lip filler dissolved.
Come with me to get all my filler dissolved. Lip filler, cheek, chin, jaw, literally the past 5 years of any kind of filler.
I know Charlotte documented her journey of dissolving her fillers in her face, and she talked about how she felt like it was just too much in her face.
It got the point after pregnancy. They had swelled a lot. Like in pregnancy, you have a lot of water retention. Everything swells, you know, your ankles, your face, your wrists. I watched the Geordie Shore reunion and I was watching it and I was like, I look ridiculous. For the first time, I was like, I look ridiculous. And obviously, I've had a little girl now. You know what I mean? When I'm up in my little girl's face and I'm going, oh, blah, 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 and I'm doing all them silly noises. Can she even see us over them humongous lips? Can she even see who I am as a person? 8 years I'd been getting me lips done. That's a lot of filler in them lips. And I thought, it's all got to go.
It sucks though, because like when you dissolve something that wasn't natural in your face from the get-go, it's going to look pretty unnatural once it's gone. Like let's say you get breast implants. If you get them removed, your natural breast skin will be very just stretched out, because now it's like there's nothing really to hold and fill what was in there before. So you're left with like a saggy and stretched out appearance. So it's like you're damned if you leave your filler in because of the harmful effects it has on your body, but yet you're damned if you remove them because how your skin will look after. Now, even though there are a lot of people dissolving their filler and getting things taken out of them, there are just so many more people getting filler than dissolve. I always respected Kendall Jenner for the longest time because she was one of the only sisters that, was always kind of more on the natural side, because she was a model, and as a model you want to stay as small as possible, so no BBLs, no boob jobs. But a couple of years ago, Kendall has received a copious amount of filler, and again, I'm like, what's the point? She looks so much worse, and I don't understand how that just looks good to some people. Her lips are large and unnatural, her cheekbones are obviously filled, her face overall just looks so puffy and not normal. She looked beautiful before, absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I'll ever understand why people want to do this. Like, Kendall was perfect the way she was. She was a model, for God's sake. But no, she just had to go and fill her face up. I saw this picture of everything you can get done to your face on this website, and I'm just like, why? What is the need to change all of that in your face? Natural is just so much prettier, in my opinion. It really is. As humans, we're supposed to get older and wrinkly and deteriorate. I mean, that's just life. My thing is, like, what's the point of getting filler and all this other stuff when you're gonna die anyways? Like, we're all gonna die, so it's like, what's the point? I think it's because they think they can freeze their face up and try to look as young as possible and try to stay young forever, but all you're doing is ruining your face, and it's like, you can try to look as young as possible, you're still gonna die one day. Like, it is what it is. It sounds morbid, but it's the truth. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up, leave your comments down below, and I upload every every single week, so I'll be back next week for my next video. Bye guys.